Man, what an absolutely beautiful view. What is up, people? It is me, Monster50, and welcome back to another episode of Monster Hunter World. Previously, we ended up doing a ton of more mechanics and explaining some stuff, a ton more mechanics about this game, and we also hunted our first large monster in the Great Jagras. In this part, we are going to be going to that resource center. We're going to be talking about what the resource center is. In addition to that, we are going to be doing some big hunts as well as doing a couple side quests today. So, without further ado, let's get into it and let's move. So we're going to take this, let's go down to the trade yard and head over to the provisions manager who is a major part of this game. Like, this is a really big part of this game, is this little area right here.
Oh, you are too good to me.
Well, Fiverr, is it true you're going to help us rebuild the camp? That is excellent news. Hope you're as good as they say you are. If so, we'll have plenty of work for you. After all, the commission studies lots of things, not just the Elder Dragon you came here with. Maintaining and improving the base is a full plate of tasks in and of itself. Can't study anything without proper HQ, after all. The resource center here is in charge of divvying up all that work and making sure it gets done. So back to business. Your job is to establish a camp. Go on an expedition into the ancient forest, find a viable campsite, and make sure it's safe. If any monsters have decided to do any camping in your spot, you'll need to chase them off. Got it? The bounty is for establishing the camp. So, I'm not gonna. I'll explain all that. So, let's talk about the resource center. The resource center, this is where you come to register bounties, investigations, and complete deliveries for certain quests. Bounties are simply little quests that reward you with armor spheres when completed. These can range anywhere from collecting honey samples to hunting X number of this type of monster. Armor spheres are important as they are what is required to upgrade your armor to the max levels possible. Now, one thing I didn't address about armor is don't worry about upgrading it with armor spheres quite yet. Wait until we get all the way until Iceborne, because that doesn't make any sense to do that. What I recommend you do is just, well, you can once you get into the next level, which we'll talk about and when we get to it, but for the time being, don't really worry about getting the strongest armor by upgrading it, because I think it's just a waste of armor spheres. You can if you want to, I'm not stopping you, but I don't necessarily think it's necessary. Critical bounties generally are one-time bounties that may have to deal with a significant side quest or story mission and may require you to get certain items or materials to complete, or some of these may even require you to complete certain tasks. Just remember to come back here to complete them. The regular bounties work in tandem with investigations. You may have actually been seeing this on the side of your screen as you've been playing, like investigation added. As you hunt monsters and research them, investigations of those monsters can pop up randomly depending on how you've been researching with them. What these investigations are is that they are side missions to hunt monsters that allow you to repeat them anywhere from 2 to 5 or even more times for rewards. Investigations require us to hunt a monster and then gives what you'll notice is bronze, silver, and gold rewards. These rewards are monster materials, and the bronze, silver, and gold just refers to the rarity. So, for example, if you need to get a gem from a specific monster, registering an investigation of a hunt with that monster with the gold reward icon will give you the best chances of getting that gem, since gems are gold level rarity, and I'll show this when we finally get an investigation. Bronze means common items, silver is uncommon, you get the picture. Generally speaking, capturing a monster gives more monster materials overall compared to killing it, and we'll get into capturing soon enough, but you can do either, just depends on the parameters of the quest. The last thing to talk about is completing deliveries. Similar to completing critical bounties, these have to do with usually a major side quest. However, these can give you rewards like paintings, or they can also do things like unlocking new base camps, very similar to what we're doing now in the different areas of the game. So I personally think that they are worth completing and going out of your way to complete them in general. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to
Meet me at the gate.
we're going to actually register some bounties. So entomology, small monster culling, mushrooms, flora. We'll do a large monster hunt. We'll just do flora again. So yeah, we'll just register all of them. You don't lose anything by actually doing this. So, and then you have the critical bounty, which is rebuild the ancient forest camp, and then the limited bounties, which we have here. So yeah. Alright, they want us to go out on an investigation, but I got this guy to talk to. So what does the smart biologist have to say?
Or you can use the world map. Whatever's easiest for you.
Ah, Hunter, since you've established yourself a reliable presence here, I'd like to make a little request. When investigating large monsters, you can either slay or capture them. Naturally, both have their scientific merits, but frankly, what would be better for our long-term research to receive a live specimen we can return later to the wild, so if you capture your quarry alive, you will be commended for it and receive greater rewards. Commission rules. So how about it? Capture your targets instead of slaying them, and you'll be making a great contribution to our efforts here. So yeah, like I said, capturing monsters generally gives more rewards than actually slaying them, but again, it just depends on how you're feeling. So they want us to go out on an investigation, but one thing I would like to do is to do one of the side quests. So we're going to go up here and we're going to actually do one of those optional missions, specifically the one that the Meowster chef gave us. So let's go to the canteen and let's do that side quest, because I'd actually like to do that right now. So going here, let's go to the handler.
We're on the hunt.
We do a little expedition out in the ancient forest and new campsite. I want to do that, but at the same time, I'd like to do a optional quest. So let's do the optional, and let's go and do the fungal flexin in the ancient forest. Do the southwest camp. Let's go ahead and eat from the chef. Let's see what he gave us today. This should be fine. And again, we'll do the little animation here today. It's so cool to get cats to cook things. Like, it's not even like they're slaves or anything. It's just genuinely they're like intelligent. Like, obviously regular cats like IRL are also intelligent, but one thing is like they are very human-like. They can cook. They can, you know, understand what you're saying. You know, they can communicate with you. They have their own language. It's really cool. So let's depart. Do we actually... What are our items looking like? We can deposit some stuff. No, we'll just do that. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. We'll just do that. Yeah, that's fine. Let's grab this. And we'll register. Nope, nope, nope. Register. Yes, thank you. Alright. I'll just upgrade that throughout the early stages of the game. So, let's go. Woo! Alright, like I said, I explained the radio menu already. We don't need to talk about that, so... special items, yep, automatically. So, the one thing I'd like...
on this quest is to obtain and deliver some materials. Step 1, go find some.
So, when we open the map, the
Your
one thing...
wildlife map keeps track of where you are and where the scout flies are taking you. You can also use it to keep tabs on monsters.
Yes, you can. So if I, like, press A here, I can, like, wait... Oh, no, I can't, because I don't have a monster to track. But, as you can see, there's not only a ton of the slinger ammo that you can do, and there's all descriptions of this, but there's also all the items as well. You can filter them by gathering, so, like, here is, like, the honey, the herbs, you know, you can do the mining outcrops, the bone piles. But the one that we have to do is get shroom caps. So, where are those? So, let me walk up to one and find one, and then we'll talk about how to find these on the map or something like that. So, I'll see you guys in a second here. Oh, wow, that investigation added. Like I said, this is where when we get back to base, we'll show you what the investigation does. So, that's what I was talking about earlier. That was literally 3 seconds after I said I cut the video. So, definitely want to put that in. But I'll see you guys again in a second here. Alright, so we finally found one of those shroom caps, and it's right here. So, when you look on the map...
You can fast travel back to camp simply by selecting it from the wildlife map.
You'll see where it says unique mushroom colony, and damn it, it's blocked off by the stupid thing. But what you'll see is, you'll see these little gathering areas, and these are unique throughout the different areas of the game. Sometimes it might be a cactus.
Perfect. You've got the materials you need. I'll mark where you found these on the wildlife map.
Like she said, she'll mark them. But luckily, you'll find these. They're indicative to the area. So sometimes they'll might be coral. Sometimes they may be fruit. Sometimes they may be mushrooms like that. So yeah, let's keep going through here because this is actually where we kind of have to head. See, here's another version of it. It's just flowers instead of mushrooms. So same thing here. So do this, do this, do this. Right. So pretty cool stuff. So let's keep going here, and I will cut to the other shroom caps. And cut just in case something unique happens. Alright, there's one. We got that going. Alright, so dung pods here. And the one thing I'd like to address with dung pods, and also we ran into an Anjanath, but we're not going to talk about that guy because that guy's not for a while. Anjanath, excuse me. God, I forgot for a minute there. Dung pods. Essentially, there will be a lot of situations in the later stages of the game where you'll have like 3 monsters in one area, and you obviously don't want that because you're trying to focus on killing one of them. So the way that you get rid of them is by shooting dung pods at them, because it's like shooting poop in their face, and so they get grossed out by it and then they run away. So that's what I recommend. These poison cups. These will become useful in this episode because when you slice them, I drop a lot of poison, and also these can get knocked around when you're fighting when you're fighting a monster. So, essentially these, poison cups, if you roll in that poison, will get, and he's angry at me, so time to run away. So we're discovering more areas, which is nice. But yeah, those poison cups will essentially poison you, and will also poison monsters if they end up rolling through it, so... got some more footprints for the Anjanath here. Just getting some research for other monsters. Like I mentioned in the first episode, even if there are monsters we run into, I will not be going over them because we're not required to fight that guy right now, so there's no point in actually, you know, going over him. These stupid Kestodon. Ow.
Dodge their attacks. You don't want to take
Yeah.
that head on.
Thanks for the obvious, handler. But we'll cut around to more shroom caps. I'll see you guys in a second. Finally got another one. Man, I can't remember where these are. This is one I don't do super often, so my apologies for not remembering where these are. Alrighty, folks, and we should be basically done here. So, just got one more to do right here. Grab this guy. And that'll be it. Nice. Not too bad, just I went brain damage there for a second and just could not remember where these were, so nice to complete that quest. Very, very nice. Alright. I'll meet you guys back at the trade yard. Oh, I forgot. I don't know why I didn't think about this. Yes, this is where you can see all of these ingredients will be added to the canteen. So, alrighty, so we are back. So like I said, loadout, deposits everything. Yeah, we very much enjoy that. But there is one thing I'd actually like to do before we even go on this expedition into the ancient forest. And so I will cut to that.
That reminds me.
You making use of the clutch claw, Hunter? Your slinger's a lot more than just a pea shooter these days. Perfect for taking the fight to the monster. Grapple onto the beast and clobber your heart's content till your stamina runs out. Try it yourself. I know there was a quest for getting in some claw combat somewhere. Ah, here it is. 1-star optional quest. Learning the clutch. Gotta give it a go sometime. I've already sort of explained the clutch claw, so I don't really... well, essentially, like I said, you grapple onto a monster. You can hit it a few times in the face to stab it, like I did with the Great Jagras. You can slinger ammo by pressing the B and the R and the right trigger to send it into a wall if it's facing a wall, and then it'll get knocked down for free. In addition, by also attacking it like I did on those times on the arms, you can tenderize it and then do extra damage to those parts. Very simple, very, like, there's nothing really more about it. Again, there's a huge discussion regarding it, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So this is what I was talking about. So what I'd like to do is actually upgrade into the Great Jagras blade, because this item, this greatsword will actually be very useful, and so we have it equipped and we're going to use this as our new weapon. In addition to that,
We can accomplish anything.
here's what I was talking about with these bounties. So when it comes to these bounties, you get these armor spheres, research points for completing these bounties, but manage investigations. So like I said, there are silver, gold, and bronze rewards, and then they just vary depending on like certain conditions. So we're actually going to accept this Great Jagras investigation, and as you can see, that number on the right meant that how many times we had the ability to do the quest. So we're going to go to investigations here, and then we're going to go to the Great Jagras. We're going to accept this, make it for one player, and yeah, we'll head out here. Slay Slay another Jagras. Kill more of these idiots until I get finally a sharp claw. My lord, it's been like 15 minutes since I cut the video just to get a sharp claw. And folks, we have ourselves a new set of armor. That is exactly what I was trying to do. We finally have the full Jagras armor, and then what we're also going to do is do this. Alrighty folks, now that we have the stuff I wanted to complete before we went on the expedition, let's finally head out on the expedition that the field team leader has been wanting us to go on. So we're going to go up here, just going to eat something real quick, and we'll head out.
Right now, we're in Astera. If you want to go on an expedition, open your world map and choose your destination. For this expedition, we need to head to the ancient forest. We can expand expeditions as we delve further into the new world. Pretty good incentive to explore, right?
Alright, here we go, folks. Yeah, so when it comes to expeditions, expeditions are just very, like, you can just go into an area and just walk around. Like, enjoy, you can hunt monsters, monsters will respawn, you can gather stuff. So yeah, you will not fail, how many times you fail, no completion, conditions or rewards. So pretty cool, yeah, and monsters will depart the field. And you'll see that with, on the side of the screen, on your right side of the screen, it'll say this monster will be leaving the locale soon. So, very easy to just also go, like,
for the campsite.
Do this, right, where you can just go and return from expedition. So
if I get to the campsite first, or if you're lost, open up your map or use your scout flies to track me.
like I always say, research is neat, but first we eat. You have a barbecue spit handy?
Leave the base without signing up for a quest, you'll go on an expedition. There's no time limit or cap on how many times you're allowed to faint, which means you can explore to your heart's content.
So if you were reading from what I was doing while the field team leader was talking, yes, you can just literally get meat from the Aptonoth like I mentioned before, so nothing too crazy. Alright, let's head out. And it got some exclamation points on the map as well. One there, one all the way over there. So let's go to this one first and see what this has to offer us. There's that great Jagras over there, he's hanging out. He's about to maybe eat an Aptonoth. Yeah, actually, yeah. Watch this. Crazy animation, isn't it? Crazy animation that's like a thing. It just makes this world feel so much alive, which is why a part of the reason I love this game so much. My dad's a physician, and so it just makes me so, like, I love how there's a clear hierarchy to food chaining in this game, and in addition to that, it's just so, like, it feels alive. This world feels so good.
Over here. Hello,
I'm a Linnean researcher with a commission. My field is Grimalkines. Yes, Grimalkines. Grimalkines are a type of Linnean that are native to the New World. I wish to communicate with them and learn their lingo. These creaky old bones just can't keep up with the flighty little chaps. Perhaps you could be of help. By my gnarly knuckles, if you could chase after them, we track them down in the time it takes to say meow. So what do you say? You'd be doing an old man a favor. So yeah, these Grimalkines, this will become pretty important going forward, because these Grimalkines are kind of like tribal palicos, if you really want to think of them like that. And essentially when it comes to these guys, they will be very important for getting your palico some incredibly good items to be able to use in the field. So definitely keep an eye out for these guys, because they're pretty important. The other thing that's pretty important is talking to this guy. Let's go over here and talk to what appears to be a fisherman. Howdy, Hunter. How's it hunting? Hunting? How's it hooking? Gotta say, there's no better to spend the day than fishing. I'm the lucky guy the commission is put in charge of studying fish and fish-like creatures here in the New World. Well, let me tell you, I love fishing. I live for it. I fish in my sleep. I sleep with... I already caught the old world's fish, every last one. So when they offered me a job here, I accepted hook, line, and sinker. I completely skipped over that line number. Stupid. What do you say, Hunter? Are you game? If you're interested, just give me a holler. I'd like to see what you're made of. So yeah, this guy will actually become pretty important, believe it or not. Yeah, fisherman becoming important. This NPC, yep, pretty important for getting some incredibly good items throughout the game. So definitely be wary of this guy. We're going to skip over you, Jaggers. I've hunted enough of you today. I got annoyed because, my lord, it took like 20 minutes just to get a freaking sharp claw from one of those stupid Jagras. And it's not even the great one, bro. Like, come on, man. So let's keep moving up here to that exclamation point that we saw on the map earlier. I know this map pretty well, so in terms of like the areas to go, as you can see, it's very like second nature for me to just walk up to items and just yoink them. So the Wiggly Lychee just gives you infinite stamina for a short amount of time. So we got some old footprints here we don't recognize of all the monsters that we have already encountered. It's kind of a little scary, right? Let's keep moving here. Looks like the field team leader is... Oh, wait, that's not the field team leader. Looks like we have one of the... I believe this is the endemic life researcher. Well, hi there. Fancy meeting someone new out here. I'm the editor in charge of the field guide. It is my job to learn and disseminate as much as possible about the endemic life here. The endemic life here includes small animals, fish basically, anything that will try to eat you, and I love them all to pieces. My research tasks are to capture, observe, study, verify, record, and play with any endemic life I find. I'm a busy bee. The new world is literally crawling with undiscovered specimens. I don't even know where to begin. I don't have enough hands. Enough hands? Oh yeah, what if you become my assistant? If you capture any endemic animals, you could let them loose in your room and some first-hand observation. What could say no? Oh, who could say no? So yeah, she, funnily enough, is also extremely important to getting some certain very important items. So, looks like the field team leader is right here. So, wants to head up here. See what we got here. Alright, indicative of the monster that, of course, has to ruin our plans to get this little camp up going. Welcome to the Kulu-Ya-Ku, a very goofy monster. This guy's weak to water, so the great Jagras weapons are honestly pretty good, which is why I actually, you can see I've made them, because I wanted to upgrade that greatsword. Neutral to all other elements. He's quick on his feet, but good hits will stagger him. Watch out for him picking up rocks, specifically, because he'll use them much like eggs to hit you with. Essentially, he'll use whatever is in his hands to jump and slam you with it. Other than that, just be wary of his beak. This guy's pretty easy.
Well, if we don't take care of that pest, the camp won't last a night.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, folks, now with that little voiceover out of the way, let's get into fighting the Kulu-Ya-Ku. Yeah, this little bird-brained idiot. Now, yeah, this guy's a joke. I mean, it's even easier than the Great Jagras.
Switch to the world map.
This guy isn't difficult, so let's just go and fight him right now. You can go back to Astera, but since we're here now, this is what we'll end off the episode with, is fighting this guy. I said we get into the Puke this episode, but I didn't realize how long this episode would take, and I already don't like that the first couple episodes are pretty long, so we're just going to leave it here, and we'll just kill this guy, and we will be on our way. Alright, come here. He's actually really small if you in comparison to the other monsters you'll find, so send this guy into the wall. He's going to get poisoned from this too, which is awesome. I'm going to try and stay away from the poison as much as I can. Oh, and I completely missed by doing that. Let's see. Okay, so I can send him into the wall again, which is nice. Or not. He's going to jump. Let's see. But oh, wait! He crested over the wall. That was total BS, man. Come on, stupid Vesploids, these stupid bugs. Those bugs will ruin your life. I swear to God, those bugs will ruin your life. Oh my. Ooh, I thought I'd get poisoned there. I guess we didn't. You're an idiot. I'm trying to mount you. Yep, gotcha. So I think when you mount Kulu-Ya-Ku, I haven't, like, I fought a ton of these guys, but I don't pay attention enough because I kill them so fast. I think when you mount them, I think they end up dropping if they have something in their hand. So definitely recommend mounting this guy if he's got, like, a rock in his hand. Because that's the deadliest this guy ever becomes, is when he has a rock in his hand. That's literally the oh, wow, it's giving me a second one. Sometimes it does this. I don't know what determines you getting that really juicy hit the second time. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you guys have any idea why that happens. But yeah, that definitely happens. Also, I didn't make note of this. When you see those little materials and you knock monsters into the walls, you will be able to pick up those materials. Now, they will also drop those during a certain sequence, which we haven't run into yet. But they will also drop those like just periodically. So when you slam them into a wall, when another sequence occurs that we haven't run into yet, so I won't discuss it to begin with, as well as when so when you knock them into a wall, when they do that one sequence, as well as just randomly, it just, you know, happens. He's already limping. Yeah, like I said, this guy really isn't all that tough. I told you he's a joke. So let's keep moving here. We're gonna kill this guy, and yeah, should be pretty good. Now, you can stop monsters from running back to their nests and stuff like that. Oh boy, we got a big fellow right here. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to fight him either. Yep. The handler is absolutely correct. Luckily, he didn't bother engaging us, so even though he's a very aggressive monster, Mr. Anjanath over there. Wait, where the hell did he go? Up here? I think he went up here. Yeah, I can hear him. I haven't, like, fought Kulu-Ya-Ku enough. So these are evidence of Grimmelkinds, by the way. These little cat paw little markings, they're very important. So what's up, Mr. Kulu-Ya-Ku? I'm gonna have him. He's eating the egg. You will give me an egg. Ow. I'm actually curious. If I send this guy into a wall, will he just die like instantly? No, he won't actually. Didn't do enough damage. He should be almost dead. The other thing I never noted is when a monster's almost dead, it'll drop that red slinger ammo that you saw earlier with Great Jagras.
Select Astera from the world map so we can go home.
The Great Jagras as well as the Kulu-Ya-Ku. You saw when they were getting weak, they started to drop those red slinger ammo little pod thingies. Yeah, you definitely want to grab those, and that's an indicator that monsters are almost dead. So, very helpful tip. Alright, bone pile. Grab this. I'm just going to grab these few tracks that I see next to me, and then we will head back to Astera. Yep. A little extra research. Yep, so these are all Grimmelkind traces, so definitely you want to pick these up. Pick this up. Alrighty, folks. Time to head back to Astera. One mistake I also made with the Kulu-Ya-Ku is that, yeah, the Great Jagras weapons actually don't give you water element until you upgrade them even further into a tier that we don't have access to yet in terms of weapon and armor tiers, so don't worry about the water element, and honestly don't worry about elements in general with some of these like lower rank monsters. It doesn't really matter. They die so fast that the element doesn't really matter.
Magnifique.
Thanks for making sure the campsite is safe. We went ahead and got the camp all set up. It's yours to use as you like. And now that I know what you're made of, Fiverr, I hope I can talk you into taking jobs for me more often. So yeah, when you do any quest, by the way, now that we have multiple camps, you can choose to appear at one of any of the camps that you have unlocked, which appear in different areas of the map. So if you know that a monster is going to appear closer to one camp than another, then you can use that. But with the Kulu-Ya-Ku death, as well as me completing side quests, getting a new set of armor for my Palico and myself and some new weapons, I think that is good enough for this episode. So next time on Monster Hunter World, we will be continuing our adventures through the new world and hopefully attacking and getting rid of that Puke, and we'll see what else we do from there. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Also follow me in the socials. Those will be linked in the description description below. And with that, guys, and once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can